I thought you really close. Don't be this close. Why are you so close?
That's
Hey y'all, it's me, Liz Not Lizzie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another cooking vlog or cooking with me, cooking with Liz, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's been a long time since I had done one of these cooking with me, so I'm very excited. Today we are going to be making some oxtails. I'm going to show y'all how to do it my way, our way, whatever you want to call that. It's gonna be like jerk style, so you're gonna see a lot of the traditional jerk flavors and seasonings that I'm going to use today. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. What I have going for the oxtails right now in the sink, I just have them in a pot with some cold water and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Before that, I rinse them out. You want to rinse them really well when you take them out the packaging, just to get all that grime or whatever might be on them. These in particular, I got these from Pete's. They were pretty clean already, which they typically are, but you want to make sure. So I got them in this pot with some cold water, filled it up, a little splash of apple cider vinegar, and that's been sitting for at least 45 minutes at this point. So at least 45 minutes to an hour, you want to let it sit like that, and it's going to continue to, clean them well and get prepared to marinate. So we are starting this the night before so that they can marinate for at least 24 hours. If you don't want to wait that long, I would say at least 4 hours. You want to let your oxtails marinate in the seasonings and stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And yeah, here we go. So for starting my ingredients, we're gonna start with all of the colors of the peppers that you see here. So you want a green, a red, a yellow, orange. I have one yellow onion, and I'm gonna use some of this garlic here. And then I'll show y'all what else will go into this marinade. So essentially what we're making is a homemade jerk marinade. Now, last time I made this, we actually wanted to use the jerk marinade that comes in the bottle. I couldn't find it at the time, but now I actually have some. So I think I'm actually just going to use some of that as well. So you can use that to your discretion. You don't have to use the sauce, but I think it's going to add more flavor. So to start, we're going to just cut our peppers, and we're going to use half of each one now, and then that half is what's going to go inside of our blender. And then what we're going to do with the other half is going to chop it up a little bit smaller, and then that's just going to go inside of the oxtails as a marinade. So yeah, we'll just put half to the side, and then since it's going in the blender, y'all, you ain't gotta worry about cutting it super small. Just cut it and move on. That's what I like about this recipe. Everything is pretty rustic. This is the hard part. So once you've done this, that's it pretty much, because the rest is just letting the oxtails do what they do best, which is be delicious. Make sure you got yourself a garbage bowl or a bag. So you see me throwing away my stuff right there. And it's crazy because we actually have a garbage disposal now, and I still use a bag just because that's what I'm used to, but I could just be throwing these in my sink, but some things never die. So yeah, I'm going to continue just to get these prepared. If y'all never had oxtails before, they're like, I don't know, I would describe them kind of like pot roast in a way. The way that they're cooked and the way that they taste, you cook them the same way, like, low and slow for them to get really, really tender. They are very, very good. A true delicacy. Okay, peppers, and then the same for the onion. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do half and half. Depends on the size of them, honestly. Let's see. Probably do about 5 to 6 cloves. Ooh, that's a rotten one. Okay, that's it. We like garlic. We'll use all of that. Okay, go ahead and pop these out the shell. Give it a nice whack. I learned that from Rachel Ray, and it's been with me ever since. Easiest way to get garlic out the shell. And I forgot again, y'all. Oh my gosh. You also want some fresh cilantro. I forgot it again. But the good thing about that is that since I'm using the jerk marinade in the jar, I think that already has some green stuff in there, so that should help out. But you want to use fresh cilantro. I forgot that last time I made them too. And you can use minced, the kind that's in the jar. A lot of people use that as well. I personally, I have some and I use it every so often, but most recently I haven't been because I feel like it's a weird, I don't know. I feel like it's a weird aftertaste with the jar stuff. So I've been like staying away from it lately. But yes, if that's what you want, if that's what you have and that's what you want to use, by all means do that. Okay. So we got our peppers chopped up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in. And remember, like I said, y'all, this is basically us making our own jerk seasoning, jerk sauce. Okay. So now I'm also going to be adding some ginger to this. And actually, I think I was supposed to, you can use fresh ginger. I had fresh ginger, I just thought about it. I could have used that as instead, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use what's already in this tube. So we're just gonna put a few little squirts of that in there. Okay, that should be good. And then we're also going to add a few shakes of W sauce, Worcestershire. Then we're going to add some of the Walker Wood jerk marinade. This is the bottled stuff that I was talking about. The store at the time only had spicy, which is okay for me, okay for us. We like spicy stuff. And yeah, it's jerk. So we're gonna put some of this in here. It smells so good. About that much. Okay. And then I'm going to also put in some olive oil. A few sprigs of that. All right, and if you don't have the sauce, the bottled sauce like I just used, and that's kind of giving us that liquid base or liquid, some form of liquid that we need in the sauce. So if you're not using the bottled jerk seasoning, go ahead and splash in like a half a cup or so of water just to make sure that your sauce has that nice marinade form. Smells amazing. But it's strong. Okay, that's our marinade. Little neck, put that back to the side. I poured on the oxtails, the marinade that we made. I'm gonna see if I need more of this, and y'all go by how things look and whatever the spirit leads me to do. So I'll see what it looks like after I pour that over it, and we'll go from there for that. Okay, so that was that. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and chop up the rest of the peppers. And like I said, these are just going to go in our over the oxtails. They're going to go over the oxtails and marinate with them overnight. So you're getting a lot of flavor all around. Y'all, this is going to be so good, I promise you. Okay, so I did all of that, and I'm just gonna go ahead. You don't have to add more garlic to this part, but this one clove is just over here staring at me. So it's gonna get chopped. I'm gonna just add this to our mixture. All right, so we got everything chopped up, looking pretty. It's the colors for me. I love cooking with colorful things. That's what you get when you cook things yourself, when you make things fresh. So we got that done. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside for a second. I'm about to go ahead and drain them out of this pot that it's in. I'm gonna do a final check, just make sure I got all of the there's no residue, or you know, they feel clean basically. I'm just gonna do another rinse, then I'll bring the pot over here and then we'll season and put the marinade, and yeah, we'll be good to go. Okay, so move this out of the way because I definitely just spilled half of my parsley out of the container onto the floor, but whatever. All right, so these are the oxtails, freshly rinsed. So I drained out the apple cider vinegar water, and I did another good rinse over them all, and you know, rub them, make sure that everything was as clean as possible. So now we're gonna get into the good stuff, the seasoning. So I'm going to start with adobo. Now y'all, like I said, it's beef, so it's kind of like pot roast, or you know, like beef. So you want to make sure you're not shy with the seasonings at all. You want to make sure that you are seasoning these liberally. Even after all the seasons I'm going to put on it now, I feel like I'm probably still going to add more once they are in the crock pot and, like, you know, almost done or whatever. But make sure you are, yeah, not shy. So we're gonna start with some adobo. And then I'm going to use some jerk seasoning. You can use really whatever you like, y'all. If you got some jerk seasoning, use that. Whatever jerk seasonings you have. You can use Tony's Creole seasoning. You can use just regular salt, whatever you want. So, all right. And then, of course, y'all know my fave, onion and garlic powder. This is onion powder going in. And then garlic. So I'm not shy at all. And then we're going to do some black pepper. And then we're going to do some oregano. And that's everything. Oh, and then then we're also going to do some ground allspice. This is going to give it that more of that Jamaican taste. You don't really need too much of that. That should be enough. And then lastly, we're going to go in with the parsley. It's half empty now because that's how much I done spilled out. I'm mad. Put that on there. All right. And then we're going to go in with our vegetables that we cut up, our rest of our peppers and our onion and that one little garlic clove that I had to cut up. That was optional. And then before I pour the blended marinade, I'm just gonna go ahead and get in with my hands with this first and give it a good rub down. Just make sure I got everything thorough. I'm wearing gloves, y'all, because honestly, it's just easier to cook with, and I feel like it's more sanitary as well. But I also been struggling with my skin, like eczema and stuff, so I'm trying to keep my hands free, contact free from stuff like this as much as possible. So yeah, you can get in with your bare hands if you down for it. I'm just missing it. Oh, y'all, I forgot one more thing. I'm also lastly going to add 1 pack of Sazón. This is optional as well. You don't have to. I honestly like it more so for color. Just massage it good, y'all. Get all the nooks and crannies. This is a very big, these are big pieces. So you want to make sure you are showing all of them love. So good already. Okay, so that is okay to me. Now we're gonna add. Okay, so yeah, we got the sauce in here in our oxtails, and again, I'm just gonna go in with my hands, y'all. Hands are the right. The hands are the best cooking utensils, I heard. Clean hands. Let me make a disclaimer. Don't be around here cooking and y'all ain't wash your hands. Okay. I can see kids liking this part. If you had kids, they want to help. They like gross stuff like that. Okay. All right. That looks good. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna take my gloves off, and then we're gonna wrap these babies up. Oh. Okay, make sure you got that on nice and snug. And then I'm also going to put the lid on this pot. So if you have like a Tupperware that you're doing the fish, just make sure you have a lid on it too. I think that'll be good for extra protection, extra penetration. Extra extra marinating components. So that's that. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put it in overnight. When I come back, you'll see the next steps of what's to come for this delicious meal. All right, stay tuned. Okay. All right, y'all, so it's the next day. We've had I always do that. We've had our oxtails marinated overnight. And like I mentioned, if you're not gonna do it overnight, I say at least 4 hours. So I got them out. I took them out when I first got up this morning to try to get them as room temperature as possible, just for this next step. So I got a big pan here, and this is the part where it gets interesting. The recipe that I got this from, I'll make sure I link the video below. When I first seen her do this, I was like, I'm not sure about this, but it works perfectly. So what we're gonna do is brown the oxtails before we put them in the crock pot, but we're gonna brown them in brown sugar and oil. So use whatever oil you like. I'm just using olive oil. You can use avocado, coconut, whatever. I'm just letting my pan heat up. I got it on, it's kind of high because you want this to go ahead and and start to brown. And this the type of pan I'm using. You got to kind of get hot with that one.
So on a scale of 1 to 9, what would it be?
It's like at a 8 heat wise. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me some oil in here. Y'all know I don't really measure, so please just bear with me. You want to try to do, I would say, equal parts oil to sugar. And once you put the sugar in there and it starts to melt, you'll see like if you need more. I'll show y'all because mine might do it. It did it last time. Like the sugar will start looking like it's separated from the oil. And that just means you need to put more sugar. And I was out. I didn't have that much brown sugar left. So what I did is just substituted. I put a little bit of white sugar in there, and I think that should be fine. But y'all, oxtails look good. They smell divine. Already, this looks like it's a little bit dry, but I'm gonna wait just a sec to see if it's gonna melt out for us. A little bit more. Just eyeball it, y'all. Can't mess it up.
So Liz, I have a question.
Oh wow.
Can you burn it? Can you burn this part?
Honestly, in any other recipe or instance, I would say yes, because of course no one wants burnt sugar, but since this is jerk oxtails, a little bit of that burnt flavor, I feel like it's kind of necessary, and that's what gives it that taste. So y'all see how like this is separating like that? Let me turn it down a little bit. That will, to me, indicates you would need some more sugar. Can you give me some more white sugar? And once it gets like this chocolate color, like this, go ahead and like turn it from that 8 or 9 that we first had it at, and put it on medium, because yeah, it will burn. You don't want it black. Okay, let's just say that. You want it to be like a nice chocolate color, almost as if you were making a roux for gumbo. Yes, please. Right. Let's just do this. So, yeah, typically this will all be brown sugar, but we're going to substitute for white. That's looking okay to me. Thank you. I'm going to turn it back up a bit. And I'm using a really big pan, so I want to make sure I'm getting all the corners and stuff. Okay, so this seems hot enough. So now we're going to start to add in our oxtails so they can brown. Look at that. Ooh. Delish. Yes, that's what you want to hear. Sizzle, sizzle. So you don't want to overcrowd the pan, because we're browning them. This smells so good. Okay, we'll let them brown on all sides, or both sides, for a few minutes. Just enough till the sugar mixture looks like it's, good and coated on there. And then we're going to transfer these to our crock pot. Like that. Ain't it? This looks beautiful. And then I'm going to add my water. So the last step, bay leaves. I'm going to put in, I don't know, about 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more good one. Alright, so this is. Put our lid on. And it's already set, so we're just gonna let that cook, y'all. Okay, so it has been time. Okay, so I'm actually going to, let me go ahead and, those look immaculate. I'm gonna fish out my bay leaves now. And then after I do that, yeah, after I scoop it out, then I'm gonna go ahead and season it with a little bit more salt and a little bit more browning. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more salt. I tasted it. Y'all see me taste it earlier. I felt like I needed just a little bit more. Add a little bit more browning. That should be good. Give it another stir. Oh, they are. Look at that piece. It's pieces in here like it's just literally falling off the bone. That's how y'all want it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and taste. What kind of piece should I do? This piece right here? Mm-hmm. That's a good piece. Okay. I'm being greedy now. Wow. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so here we go. It don't get no better than that. Y'all, this is so good. Uh-oh. Pick that back up. And this wasn't so hot. I have to go ahead and pick it up with my fingers. That's how I eat them, but it's too hot. But y'all, this is a A++. I'm gonna save the rest and let hubby taste. Make sure y'all try this recipe out. Try it for any occasion. You can serve it with any kind of sides. Like I said, you can do your normal or traditional rice and peas, cabbage, something like that. I got string beans and mac and cheese, and I'm gonna do some fried corn to go with this. So that's what we'll be having. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Definitely try out this oxtails recipe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.